Well, guys, got to take a second in order to flip the game over from Farming Simulator 22. Well, to Farming Simulator 22 from Dwarf Fortress. Is this going to work? Seems like it does not work yet. There we go. I realized what the problem was. You should know, audience. I asked my good friend Lawson today who his favorite streamer was. He has so many. Where did I fit on that list of favorite streamers? He's got tons and tons of waifus. You know what he said to me? You don't, because unless you're Lawson, you have no idea what that conversation was about. He said to me something like, I rate you above ugly fat bastards. And I was like, that's really nice. I like that someone doesn't consider me an ugly fat bastard, but then I realized ugly fat bastard is not a description, it's the actual name of the streamer. But even though he played tsundere about it, what you need to recognize is that Lawson has been prime sub to me for 18 months now. He could be subbing primely to any number of VTubers that he shrimps for. We're talking, I don't know if I'm gonna go through his list. Anyway, the point is, it's like 100 VTubers, guys, for real. And yet none of them get that prime sub. I think that that really makes me #1. So I'm gonna take that win for the day. What about you, audience? Do you have any wins this week? Speaking of cast, I haven't seen Sunspirit in a while. I think he's buried in work again. No one knows where Salty Maker is, although he still comments on the YouTube videos. I think it's just Holmes tonight. Haven't seen Chris in a bit. Ever since he went out on maneuvers, he never came back. I assume he's still alive. James probably would have told me otherwise. Grimdark James would have said something otherwise, but anyway, it's been a week. It's I was trying to rush Dying Light 2 so I could be ready for Warhammer 3. And I didn't get anywhere close, so I just said screw it, and I installed Warhammer 3 anyway. It's been amazing. They did such an incredible job changing the Total War formula. So they don't normally innovate on it very much beyond creating a new theme for units and the world map. It's honestly been a while since I've seen such radical changes, and they did an incredible, absolutely phenomenal job.
I was playing some Demons of Chaos earlier.
Oh, shit. Someone's fucking talking to me. Give me a sec. I gotta alt tab and figure out who the hell that is. Spoon! Okay. You were playing some Demons of Chaos. You're playing General Chaos then?
Yeah, so like the
Chaos Undivided.
The guy from the prologue,
yeah,
who becomes the Demon Prince, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds sick. How's it going?
Pretty good. It's going okay. Like, I was unable to secure my original province because I kept getting armies coming up from Nordland and Castalton and Lorelorn. Like, they would send like 3 full 20 stacks, so I had to beat them up, and then my army would be wrecked, so I then couldn't go fight the Norskins for these places. I'd have to rebuild my army.
Yeah.
And so it ended up one of the other Norskin tribes ended up taking two of the places I need for my, and so I just military alliance them and got got it anyway.
Oh, you get province control if you military alliance?
No, but you can complete the
the quest. Yeah.
The quest.
All right, I'm there with you. I really like the outpost system, although while playing as corn, you can't use it because you can never ally with anyone. I had to restart my corn save. I like blood godding people, so like raising the towns so that you get bonus and then it spawns a daemon host. But I drastically underestimated the daemon hosts, the blood hosts being awful because they don't regenerate, and in fact they actually constantly attrition. So like at some point they're just a massive drain on your resources that you think will be good but is actually bad. They're kind of a blitz tactic, and now that I've restarted, that's what I'm using them for. I just send them in for like, I keep one around to just follow my main army around like I'm wogging, and then the others I just send them towards like a settlement or something to raise it down, summon a new blood host, and then delete the old one because it's beaten up. Yeah, I got control of my home province in like 6 turns, and I'm working on taking a second province with just one blood host. I retreated, pulled a 20 stack out, and I'm like, well, this is 11 units, and they're like 50% damage. There's no way I'm gonna beat this Exalted Bloodthirster. Well, I fucking destroyed his whole army, like, easily. The AI was just, I gotta be honest, the AI was messing around with me. Like, they sent their Corn Warhounds at me way too early, and I shredded them. Then they sent another unit at me super early, and I shredded them, and that was half the army at that point. Was getting like 8-on-1. It was like a JoJo meme beatdown. And then it was just my whole army beating up an Exalted Bloodthirster, which still took like 10 minutes.
Are you Scarbrand?
Yeah, Scarbrand. Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
I just finished fighting a battle against him. It was close, but I knocked him out, and that caused most, like, so the problem with demons is like when their leadership gets broken, they basically
they're gone. Yeah,
they're done. And like Chaos
it's unusual
Warriors,
for me.
Who Chaos Warriors of Corn are fucking tanks, dude.
The ones with the shields, yeah. So they cost less than Bloodthirsters, so it makes them seem like they're not as good. But I think the real strategy is to front with Chaos Warriors to take all the hits, and then to use the Bloodthirsters as like side attackers and flankers.
Yeah, to wrap.
Yeah, because you don't have any range, so you basically have to envelop the enemy army. Yeah. It's your literal only choice.
Because like basically, so the way my playthrough with Demons or the Legion of Chaos is going is I'm like a 80% Cornate army, and then I've got like I've got a Beast of Nurgle, some Plague Bearers, and I'm trying to get some Pink Horrors so I can get some range.
Interesting. What a mix. Yeah, you're really representing for all the gods.
Yeah, I mean, I try to, like, because you gotta keep them all fighting each other so that one of them doesn't claim you, and the other 3 go, all right, well, fuck this dude.
Interesting. I honestly didn't get that much time to play today. Only like hour and a half, because I spent 3.5 hours making the Dwarf Fortress, and then like another hour and a half editing it into a half-an-hour video. I feel like 3.5 hours down to half an hour is pretty good.
Yeah. So where are we at as far as our?
I think that Holmes fed all the cows. I don't know anything about the greenhouses, and I'm currently on a contract to cultivate.
Do we have any like corn that's ready to harvest?
It's next month, and it's basically every field has corn in it right now.
Okay.
With the exception of my wheat field. I gave everyone the option to take whatever field they wanted. Mm-hmm. You're the only one that took that offer. And when it came down to planting season, people were just like, let's just make corn. We also have grapes that we haven't sold yet. And I guess we have to plant them again, but it must not be soon. Yeah. Oh, wait. It's not soon. We harvested them. I planted, by accident, exactly enough grapes to get 1 full harvester plus 5. 5 measly grapes. I think that's pretty good. And of course, that'll change depending on how well weeded and fertilized and a
So
septic.
where is our header for... Oh, what the fuck is this thing? This big blue... Oh, is this a... What is this? This big blue New Holland...
Does it have like a divot down the middle, like a opening in it?
Yeah.
That's the grape harvester.
Okay.
There is a corn header. I think it might be on the John Deere tractor, on the John Deere combine harvester.
No, well...
If not, I would hit
looks like
P
a
and
leaf.
just look for the header and go ahead and pick it up. Rumbling. Well, I'm gonna try Wrath on Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week, and we'll see if there's any more pickup. I don't think there will be, though. There were almost no additional reactions over the weekend and low viewership as well. I think it currently is what it is, but I'll certainly take 2 days off from it and do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's an extra hour of my time with which to play Warhammer. Surprisingly, I've not gotten a lot of personal gaming done beyond trying to bum rush Dying Light 2, which did not work. Now it's just gonna sit on my hard drive forever waiting. I gotta tell you, man, I had a lot of fun playing Something Rotten in Kislev, but I'm absolutely screwed because I put everything I had into...
Yeah, into those last battles.
Yeah, so I like made alliances with people. I promised to fight their enemies. I got the not even regular Kossars. I got the super cheap archer Kossars. So my army is garbage. I have that ice switch though, finally. So I'm probably gonna start saving up money to start training a bunch of heroes because I'm gonna do that on Khorne as well. It kind of seems like Khorne needs heroes because the heroes all have leadership. You just need to dot your lines with a bunch of small hero leadership dudes to keep everybody in line, like overseers. And it's super weird because there aren't a lot of armies that have been like that in the past in Total War. Even though I normally cover my armies like that, just in case the enemy has a terror unit.
Yeah.
Khorne also gets a really early siege weapon that's terrible. Just absolutely awful.
Yeah. The,
Missile wheelie. Whatever it's called.
Yeah. Like
I want to get the Cornish Soul Grinder. I bet that is probably a fucking nightmare beyond imagination.
I wish that you could, like, real quick look up. Oh, okay. Wait, yeah, but where is it? Show on map. Okay.
Well, Spoon, I don't know that this big 6-way Warhammer game is going to happen. I think it's probably going to be more like 3 or 4 people.
Well,
I still don't know what your schedule looks like.
I mean, so basically, any like unless I have the next day off, any weekday after 9 is a no-go for me.
Yep, that's going to make things difficult. I think we're going to probably... It's going to fizzle, almost certainly. I mean, I want it to happen, but everybody's at such amazingly different times. Only a couple of people are just like open book.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to be able to be open book, but
it's not like the old COVID wave 1 days where everyone was locked in their houses, and we're all back to having our lives. Speaking of, my mom decided to take a cruise out of Baltimore this week.
Oh yeah?
So she's never taken a cruise out of Baltimore, and I'm the one who drops her off and picks her up. So I'm gonna actually miss the start of Satisfactory. Because I probably won't be home until like 2 p.m. So I'll just have the server start on its own. I don't know. The cruise industry is thirsty. They really want to get butts in seats. They are hard capping. Almost every ship is hard capping at 50%. Like, you can't go higher than that. And NCL is just outright saying you have to provide whatever your country's authorized vaccine, immunization record is, or you can just don't even bother showing up in the port. We'll escort you out.
Yeah.
People did. People still showed up and were just threw screaming fits and thought for some reason they were going to win against, New York State.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what Baltimore is like.
Yeah.
Well, Spoon, I have to tell you, out of all, I before you joined, I was recounting who I thought might guest tonight, because it seems like it's just going to be Holmes, and you weren't even on the list. Cause I haven't seen you here in so long.
Yeah, because I haven't been to the farm in forever, man.
Yeah, but you chose a good night because it's corn time.
Yeah.
I'm just finishing up this contract here, and then if you want, we can hop ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I should. Next time I'm on a straightaway, I need to enable my Time Lord powers.
I am ready. I am ready to harvest.
When do you mulch? Mulching is after harvesting, before cultivating. I actually don't think mulching's worth it when we only have a couple of people.
Yeah.
You really want to have tons and tons of people to make mulching worth it. Or we could pay an AI, but I don't feel like paying my workers. That's why I'm a great business owner.
Exactly.
I cut costs.
I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a drink.
All right. Lawson, what do you have to say for yourself? I know you're out there. And don't send me shit on Discord, man. I don't have my phone with me. If you do, you should just recognize you're not going to get an answer. And that's on you. My goodness. Tomorrow is... I'll wait until Spoon's back before I say it. That'll be a big deal. It's a huge deal. Absolutely massive. Select. Alright, and then speed up time. Gonna slip into the future. Rumbling, rumbling, rumbling. Well, boys, the other big event of note is that Iron Mouse just became the most sub streamer of all times. Her subathon will just not end. She's on like 18 days. Crazy. Crazy. She worked hard.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. You've come just in time for corn harvesting season. How are you?
Doing good. How about you guys?
It is unfortunately raining.
That's fine.
It has been a nice and sunny day the last 2 days, so that's been nice.
It's true. I do like sunshine.
And I was
I've
able
been
to get
getting
stuff done
several.
outside.
I've been getting packets of it. I'm also using a moisturizer in my face now. I'm trying to protect my precious aging face now that my gray hairs have started coming back in again at an unrelenting rate. It was just a beard for a while, just those 3 beard hairs, but now it's not going to stop. All right, let's get the truck over here. Where the hell is this? No, I know where this is. Oh no, I'm super jackknife. Don't look at me, SnowRunner viewers. Don't look at me!
Recover that truck back to the garage, my friend.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that in this game. It actually costs money to do that. So for Lawson's sake, tomorrow, I believe, is Spoon's episode of Seth Kabrinsky versus Lynn Hilder, which will also be the final episode of Seth. But I'm wondering if it might. What's up?
You ready to harvest here? Nope, it still says growing.
Yeah, just give it a little bit. Give it a little bit. Wait for the daylight to come.
Okay.
Which side's your pipe on? Left side?
Left side.
I probably want to put the truck at the other end. No, it'll be this end. You'll be coming back towards me.
Yep.
No, the truck needs to be on the interior. You're going the wrong way for the piping to work correctly. That's the thing.
That's
Your
right.
left side's always going to be facing interiorly.
Yep.
I'll leave the truck here and we'll figure it out. All right. So then we'll want to pull a cultivating team behind you. Hey, it's raining. Are you actually able to harvest while it's raining?
It reduces the yield.
Well, maybe you might want to just chill out, bro.
Yep. I stopped.
All right. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Didn't work. Thought it might. Maybe, check this out. What if you backed up and then went so that your left is facing outwardly so that we can get you hooked up with a truck? Genius.
All right, you want to slow time down?
I do want to slow time down. I want to keep it from slipping into the future. And then when do we plant? Probably not this season. Am I gonna sneeze? Nope, I'm not gonna sneeze. Well, Holmes, I left the dwarf fortress in a fucking disaster.
I'm about halfway through that video.
So I didn't have time to let anybody take any breaks, and there wasn't enough alcohol anyway to start a party. So no one had any social encounters. Everyone worked the entire time, even the new immigrants from the second and third waves. But the one that happened just before was it literally was more people than were in the fucking fortress. So whoever starts this save file is just gonna be like low food, no alcohol, lots of people, no place to put them.
Sounds like the beginning of a good death spiral.
I know, right? I mean, I did incredible at pulling in huge amounts of wealth. I just can't sell it to anybody. The instant a dwarf caravan comes along, selling those like 300 priceless wood crossbows and like all of the legendary rock crafts is gonna be just top end money. And the gem cutter hasn't stopped. He literally just goes to eat, drink, and cut gems. We are generating gems faster than he can cut them by a huge margin.
It sounds like you're delving pretty greedily.
I thirst for it. So,
What kind of metals have you found?
zero, none,
No
not even
metals.
coal.
Okay.
Gems everywhere, though. I found an expense cavern, and the miner that found it disappeared. I later found that they fell in and were eaten by a pool horror. So as soon as I found it, monster slayers started showing up. This is a mechanic I've never seen before. They asked to join the fortress, and then if you say yes, they spend their time hunting monsters. So I think I'm just gonna I set it up so that whoever comes after me should have an easy time of getting those monster slayers down to the bottom of the pool to kill the horrors. And like with 5 monster slayers showed up. It's basically like a small military showed up out of nowhere that wants to just roam around and kill people. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's like the start of an adventuring party.
Well, a year or two ago, they released a giant tavern update that you make a big tavern and random people just show up and will like live in the tavern, pay you money, and then like monster hunters come and
This
like
sounds awesome.
jesters and bards and stuff of all different races.
Yep, all the monster hunters right now are humans. I wish I could say I took a risk, but I started safely in Dwarven lands, right next to a road. So we're in a nice, easy start because we have 2 new guys, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get slaughtered.
I need to test if I've been having some problems of it crashing constantly on me.
Oh, I didn't have that happen at all.
I think it's my aspect ratio when I make it full screen.
Oh,
That
interesting.
like the shift function stops working, and then when I use the movement around, times the game just crashes. But I'm gonna see if not making it full screen helps that.
So the reason that I didn't start on one slate is that I actually launched another caravan with a max-sized map, and I was like, wow, it seems like everything's moving a lot slower. So I killed that caravan and restarted, but the time that had passed remained past. So, and sorry, you don't even start in slate, you start in the month of granite. So I basically got a month and a half in and then was like, you know what, I'm gonna restart. And it was a lot smoother using 1/4 of the space. I still got plenty of room to move around in.
But it's not a minimum size or the
ready for a done.
normal size.
Yeah, it's not max size. It's bigger than normal. Way less than max size. Yeah, you need me to back up to go get to you?
Yeah, I've got a little patch of. I'm like, literally like 8 feet from clearing this entire path. So
If he's not already in the truck, I'll bring it.
I'm in the truck.
I eat my dinner, so
I'm making turns. I got my future campaigns laid out for me. Listen, you're right that it is an interesting idea, but Stars Rising is already on the menu. What's going on here? Your pipe is out, but it's not dropping.
oh, I don't know. Oh, there it went. There it went.
All right, let me pull it forward a little bit more.
Guess I thought you weren't quite underneath of it yet.
I did listen. A streamer that I really like, Silverbear, literally laid out wanting to do a Monster Hunter style D&D game, and then she immediately said, "But I don't have time for that," and it fucking crushed me because I already have everything I need to run a Monster Hunter style D&D game with Dragonsteel.
About 6 months or so ago, there was a Kickstarter from the Traveling Tavern people of an entire new book of nothing but Monster Hunter and then gathering resources from those to make other things.
Yep.
Did you
I've
get that
always
too?
wanted to. No, I didn't, but I've always wanted to do a campaign like that. I got the one that Ratosaurus recommended to me, which is where you're like,
The beast herd one or beast?
was it? Yeah, this is the caravan one, right?
Yep.
You
Yep.
upgrade the main
Well, when
wagon of the
the,
caravan to protect everybody else.
When they come out, when I get my copy of it, I'll let you know. Give you a link to the PDF.
Okay, I mean,
version of it or something.
there's a lot of different. Matt Koval did one. You know, Dragon Stew did one. I'd
Yep.
be interested, but I doubt that it's unique anymore. People have kind of gotten the idea that Monster Hunter is a popular campaign type. It's really interesting because Eye of Newt isn't actually the Eye of a Newt. It's just a common plant in England, known under a different name. All of the witches stuff from Macbeth is all just like regular ass plants that sound ominous. Shakespeare is trolling everyone. That's normal though, because that's a very Shakespearean thing to do, to troll your audience. I was thinking of developing a new streaming persona just for that. Like when people insult me or ask me questions, I was thinking of just being like, oh my god, guys, you are so brave to speak out against me because I have the ultimate power to ban you. You have to know that. Oh my god. Thank you so much. It must have been so hard speaking truth to power. Oh my god. I love you. I'm listening. And I'm ready to learn. Trying to figure out what I should be doing here. We only have one corn harvester because they're so dang expensive. Also, we live this weird life where we have to wait to sell our crops until the month before you harvest them again to get maximum money or some strategy. I don't know how we sell things anymore. I just leave it to other people because they've got gigabrain plays. Oh. What else happened this week? I mean, Wrath is being Wrath. Now we got Dwarf Fortress. We've got this Warhammer 3 game that's never gonna meet up again. You, me, and James will. It'll never happen again.
Very true. Very true.
We'll always talk about. It's like starting a podcast. We'll always talk about something rotten in Kislev.
Yeah.
We'll never get to it.
You know, and like, you know, we might record like an episode every like 8 months when it's like, oh hey, we're supposed to meet for this other thing, but it's not going to happen. So hey, let's do this instead. And we'll be like, okay, well, where were we again?
That's like, fine though. Some of the best tabletop RPG campaigns I've ever seen were like accidental and very like drawn out. Roleplay Dark Heresy was my first and basically only introduction to Warhammer 40k, and they only met like once every month and a half, 2 months. Then Total Biscuit got cancer and died, so you know they just didn't continue it. You had to really wait for an episode there, and it was really good.
That's how I found you. I was looking for another 40k Rogue Trader series.
Yeah, it's interesting. I got a message from someone saying that I was the best Warhammer 40k RPG streamer.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Well, I left the truck there for you, right?
Yep.
How full is the hopper before you fucked it?
70%.
Yeah, you had time.
Yeah.
Not for another pass around, though.
Oh, definitely not. But he might have noticed. Probably not, but he might have.
I would have noticed.
They also suggested that I run a play-by-post. And I was like, wow, this is how I know that this is the only campaign of mine you've seen. I've run plenty of play-by-posts. I think at least 4. And then I tried to do it again.
All right.
And no one showed up.
Back on E.
I tried to run a play-by-post during COVID and no one showed up. That's how anti-play-by-post my community has become. How full is this truck?
50% on one.
Right.
So 25%.
No, I think 2 of those are almost full, right? They're both at like 75%. Am I wrong about this?
That front one's probably not that full. The front one on the back
yeah.
is probably closer.
Yeah. That's fine. It'll take 2 or 3 more before we need to consider dropping off. Hey, unfold. Jeez, what took so long? And of course, you know, we've got Attack on Titan out here. I thought that episode 80 was the last episode. That's what I told Rad, but man, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen at this point.
I didn't get into the Attack on Titan. I mean, I don't.
So the thing about Attack on Titan is
a ton of anime anyway, so but.
It's not like professional wrestling. Attack on Titan is always what it is. It's not like it has like ebbs and flows of it's good, it's bad. Instead, it switches genres constantly, and it keeps wider and wider scoping. It's very interesting. For this, the final volume of what was the manga, they went back and showed what was actually happening in the first volume by redoing all of the original scenes cut by cut. And then like drawing in all the extra stuff that was going on, and when they redid it in the anime, it was insane because they did the old art style and then they put all the new characters in the new art style.
Wow.
Oh my god, it's fucking tripping, dude. They did a great job with Attack on Titan. The poop machine was truly the king of all things. Never thought I'd hear myself say that phrase, but
yeah.
Wow, it was dark. This is super dark. Spoon, I just want to make sure it's understood. It's okay for you to not like anime.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Some people just think that I try to enforce my opinion on everyone. So I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
Not liking anime is fine. There's plenty to not like. Jesus.
And it's just like I'm sure it's good. I just don't have time.
Well, that's certainly ain't that the truth.
And like one of the big things about anime is there's so fucking much of it. Like,
yeah, but it's really gotten down to like a selection lately. There's only like 1 or 2 good animes a season.
Fair.
Hey everybody, Salty's on.
My God.
There's a lot of background noise, so I'm gonna go back on mute for a little bit.
I thought we were only gonna have 2 people, and now we got 4. This is crazy. Welcome, Salty. I'm glad to see you. Unfortunately, you missed the grape harvesting, but you can go look at the grapes in their nice, awesome
Excellent.
silo container.
Did we have to do anything else with the grapes? Like refertilize or plow or anything?
Yeah, we got to do all of that. I would check the map to see if it's been fertilized. I didn't do it, so probably it hasn't been done. It says it's been cultivated, strangely enough, but I did not do
just
that.
Because you don't have to cultivate it, since you don't replant.
Yeah, it needs to be fertilized for sure.
I'm at 90%.
I was wondering what the hell's going on, but I'm realizing now that you've started fertilizing. It's like, why is the color so different? What happened? Well, Salty, if you want to, you're probably, you know, dealing with family stuff and controllers, but if you want to just type something out in chat, we'll see it. A lot of controller issues in the community lately, too. And I recommend the PS5 controller, king of all controllers. Switch controller.
I moved back to a more Ubuntu-based distribution last weekend, so hopefully controllers seem to be, at least looks like they might work, and the game actually prompted me like, hey, you've got a controller, you want to use it?
Nice.
I said, yeah.
I mean, what do I know? It took me like 3 weeks to figure out why Viscera Cleanup Detail and Farming Simulator 22 looks so laggy. In fact, it was that I had too many game instances open on. So I made one for each individual game on OBS Studio. So now I just swap which game it is. It's kind of more of a pain in the ass, but you know what? If it works without looking laggy, it works.
You're all good, Spoon.
I'm thinking of adding subtitles to my tabletop RPG streams. Like having a subtitle bar at the bottom. My overlay guy suggested that I do it, and you know, I don't know that anybody watches my stream with subtitles, but anyone have any strong opinions on this? I'm just worried because with tabletop RPGs, you do something like say the words like "Prize Guard, the Invincible," and I bet you that
Yeah,
it's
so
not.
like one of the things I've noticed on Eric's Pendragon streams, because he had
He does that, yeah.
And sometimes it comes up with some weird ass subtitles.
But do you find it useful in any way?
I typically do not.
All right. I guess I need to find a use case. Like
Yeah.
Who that watches my stream would benefit from this? The thing is, I couldn't ask someone who doesn't watch my stream because how would I even reach them?
Exactly.
Why aren't you already watching my stream? It's the subtitles thing? I don't know. Could there be be a drawback to adding the subtitles? I guess is the other thing. Would it be distracting?
Yeah, see, I don't think there's a drawback.
So you don't find it distracting or something
No,
like that?
I do not. And I think the use case for adding it is, you know, somebody who uses subtitles will get the benefit of them.
Yeah, but those people already don't watch me because they don't already do it. I wouldn't know how to market to those people. I mean, I'm thinking I will do it. I just don't know that it will actually be effective at doing anything. It just seems like a polite thing to do that doesn't disrupt me too much.
Yeah.
It does also add into my other theory. Now, of course, my theories are totally worthless because Solaris Knights prove that I know nothing and you can just do whatever the hell you want and be successful. But that people are ADHD as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And they need something on screen moving and animated. That's why I was going hard on animated overlays for a while. But I bet that the movement of subtitles would probably be enough to help calm their nervousness or distract their eyes enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other thing is that 100% of respondents agree that they don't really like looking at my face.
Oh man. Even the little chibi Arthur?
I mean, that's not my face though. That's a piece of artwork. I mean, who doesn't listen? Chibi Arthur. Chibi. First off, his name is Chibi AP, not Chibi Arthur.
Chibi AP. Okay.
And he's the greatest thing that's ever happened to my channel, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't see him here today.
Oh, is he not here? What the?
No, he's not here.
You're right. He's not here. How did that happen? What are you doing, Chibi AP? Where are you, bro? Are you lacking? What? You're right though. He's gone.
Bring back Chibi AP.
All right.
Looks like the grapes need plowing.
Yeah, or at least weeding.
And I guess we're harvesting the corn.
Yep.
We had a lot of corn to harvest.
All right. How can I help you?
I'm gonna get out of this cultivator. If you'd like to get in it and just follow Spoon.
Although soon somebody's gonna have to I'm probably gonna finish this field and then I'm gonna have to take off.
I'll take your spot once I've figured this out. Oh,
Looks like your field over here needs weeding as well.
Do you mean the grass field or the grapes?
Isn't this wheat right next to you?
Yes,
Behind
you're right. Mm.
How's your hop in there looking, Spoon?
90%.
All right, did this work? Yes.
Yep, he's back.
Back.
Back again.
No.
Just not in the right spot.
There he is.
What?
He is now.
Oh, you guys are catching up with me. You can manually add subtitles through YouTube's closed captioning function. Yeah, I could do that, but that would probably require me to make notes about every fucking thing I said for 4 hours, which is unlikely.
All right.
I guess someone's in the truck then.
Yep. Salty's coming around.
Could it happen? It hasn't happened in 22, right? We haven't had one of, the things. You have
No, I
to
don't
say
think
the
so.
line.
Yeah. No, I'm doing good, man.
I don't think this will be a rolling one.
No, do it. Do it rolling style.
We'd have to turn this corner. And...
We've had one. It just hasn't been salty in the.
It's not a rolling salty
first
dump,
compartment's
you know.
full.
Yeah.
You know how it is, right? If it doesn't come from the
Champagne region.
yeah,
of France.
I was gonna say Chardonnay region, but yeah, the Champagne region.
There we go. It happened.
Ah, we're rolling. We're rolling, and I'm with you. Keep going, Spoon. You can do it.
Hang on.
You can do it.
I have to angle.
And I gotta make a super sharp turn.
Yeah.
This is not like the old truck.
We're doing it. We're doing it, guys.
No. All right, we're almost there. Hang on. We're almost there. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Did I get to the point where I taunted Lawson about the fact that Spoon might just outright kill Lynn Hilder tomorrow?
I don't know why we're not empty. Why, am I not?
There it is. Well, so the first compartments in both of these trailers are full.
All right, hang on.
There we go.
There we go. There's the rolling salty dump. Although we should just stop here. Just empty.
Yeah,
out.
we should just stop here.
So I'm at 86% full in this thing.
I think we should be able to finish off this field.
All right.
I've only got like 2 more rows to do.
Salty, we might need you to reposition somewhat while we clean up here.
Sorry, boss. I was looking to get back in the cultivator. My bad.
That's just fine. That's just fine. Oh, that was not clean. Those racing lines were dark. Am I planning to justify why Lynn wouldn't use Edge to survive? Wow. Sounds like somebody's still mad over Saya. It was...
man.
It wasn't that Saya didn't want to use Edge, it's that I felt it was dramatic to have her die there. You realize that Lynn Hilder, like, lost her job and recently has been massively publicly humiliated over and over again. There's like 0 chance she's ever going to be a stable champion again. Her best friend is dead at the hands of some of her co-workers, who also, those same co-workers refuse to follow her leadership and guidance. Like, Lynn Hilder might not be in the best mind space. I'm sorry. I know you want to shrimp for her. I don't see any reason why she wouldn't do her best to stay alive, but Spoon is literally just playing a mirror match with her, with the exception of he's got like 10 billion% more dollars to throw at the match. Man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was so pissed during Varen's episode with the MRMs. I just checked out after the MRM spam started. Fucking hate them. I hated them in the video games. I hate them in the tabletop RPG now. Just hate them.
I'm just gonna stay here, Spoon. Let you come to me.
Yep. On my way.
Maybe that's what I need. 4 Ultra AC-20s. Weapons Specialist Ultra AC-20. And some sort of skill that increases the crit rating. Or not the crit rating, the...
Cluster?
Yeah, the cluster rating on it.
Yeah. And All right, I'm empty. You go like weapon specialist, LBX 20, stand blaster, or cluster hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Like that'd be pretty nasty.
Now here's my question, Seth Kabrinsky.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan when when Linhilder beats you and you have to give her the information she's looking for?
And I give her the information.
My God.
That's what the trial is for.
Right. What was the switch to the second trailer?
G.
Again? Thanks. And where am I taking this?
I think southeast to the silo that's down by the railroad station. It's normally where we take everything.
All right.
Spoon, you're out.
Yep.
All right, have a good night, man.
Yep.
Are we doing the thing tomorrow? Or
I don't. No. So I think so. If Rad's available.
all right. Well, if he's not, I'm thinking Kislev. It's
Yeah.
like I'm thinking armies, but instead it's Kislev.
Yeah, I'd be down.
All right.
So
There's something rotten in Arby's. Actually, sounds like a good RPG campaign as well.
set in an abandoned Arby's, like a
Doesn't
horror
have to
campaign.
be abandoned.
Yeah, sure. All right,
It's a regular Arby's.
take it easy, guys.
Yep.
Did you ever read through the rule book for the Wendy's?
I did. I wasn't
TTRPG?
impressed. Everything about it was marketing scheme. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't. The mechanics were not solid.
I know.
I mean, Sam Riegel
I downloaded it to read through it, and then I was like, yeah, no thanks.
Sam Riegel ran it for Critical Role, and I couldn't even get through like the first 20 minutes of watching him. Not like he didn't read the rule book at all. He didn't even bother. It was for someone who does such great bits and skits. The fact that he just absolutely dropped on that one was disappointing. He put so much into these NordVPN and Skillshare ones lately. What the heck is happening with this? I'm just gonna let it fully unfold and then try to refold it. I don't know why it's being like this. What the fuck? Is it upside down? Maybe I need to back it into a tree or something. I didn't break it, you broke it. Oh no, I should use my new streamer persona. Jabba the Space Gangster. You know what? You're so right. You know, you had the strength of character to confront me, a streamer, about a mistake I obviously made. You're so brave. I'm listening and I'm learning. This is not working.
So you want to start harvesting, or?
I definitely want to get this cultivator fixed, but yeah, I'll do whatever.
Or do you want me to start on it?
What? Maybe if I slam it into a building a few times, it'll work. I saw that on a documentary about running asteroids on a space station.
Oh, I was going to say about percussive maintenance.
Yeah, gustive maintenance. You know, a lot of the IEEE magazine articles, IEEE Spectrum, have just been outright corporate propaganda. They've been like, hey, let me tell you, you know, about this new thing being offered. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be super cool. And then it's like article written by marketing director, and I'm, oh fuck. But instead it was an article about NASA doing landings on liquid to solid core metal asteroids. So they're like planetoids, protoplanetoids from the starting of our solar system. This, I don't know what the hell this thing's doing now. It just keeps getting worse every time I touch it. Maybe if I go repair it, it will literally fix the glitchy, buggy, whatever this is. So normally asteroids have a very similar-ish look. They've got that outer brownish black silicate layer. So like asteroids formed when, you know, like all other matter in our solar system, hot gases came together under gravity. So the lightest stuff is forced to the outside. The inside becomes a spinning core of molten death because of radioactivity and pressure. There's no way to get rid of it. Like there's no heat transfer. So it melts itself, and then all of the silicate spins outwardly and all the heavy stuff settles inwardly. And so you get an asteroid that's, you know, kind of soilish on the outside and then metalish on the inside. But there are special asteroids that have hit each other, and then the molten core gets exposed under the frictional weight of the collision and ends up on the outside. And NASA is planning a 2026 mission to 16 Psych to investigate it with a probe. And they're worried about, you know, they're literally about to hit a giant ball of conductive material with a probe that uses electricity to perform most of its. So they're worried about, you know, not just signal leakage, but short-circuiting the probe on the surface of the asteroid. What the heck do I need to do to fix this? Maybe I just... Oh! Finally did it. Okay. Alright, I'm getting in the harvester now. I think I saw Soundwave join us, but he might be off microphone again while his family does things. How are we doing on getting the materials back from the truck? I just want to know that there's something coming up behind me.
I am working on emptying still. This is kind of funky with forward and back and getting it positioned.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
I think I just got the last of the 4 containers cleaned out.
No, the other harvester is not okay to help. It doesn't have a corn header. We don't have the money to buy one, even if that one could mount a corn header. It's just a solo operation. What we do need, though, is people to look after the wheat field, make sure that it's fertilized, and
I am currently weeding it right now.
okay. And then the grape fields could use the same deal.
You are in field 30?
I am on
Yeah.
field 30 confirmed. I'm already 20% full. Thing fills up quick. The wide boy. Yes, it
corn
is the
also
biggest.
very dense.
Yeah, it's true. And we put everything we had into all these fields. This is the funny thing. This is actually Spoon's field right here. He did the other field and not his own. All right, in this next turn, I need to message Red and see if he's actually going to be there tomorrow. Because if we actually have the Secret Star Wars game, it's going to be hype. And if we don't, we're going to have Warhammer 3 Something Rotten in Kislev, which will also be hype as fuck. There's literally no chance that my Monday night isn't totally fucking hype tomorrow. That's all I'm saying, guys.
How has the new Warhammer been? I just got it installed today.
Listen, you know, Total War, when you get a Total War game, it's basically going to be the same as the other Total War games. You know, like the China one made it so that like generals were also hero units basically, and they stood a pretty good chance of fighting tons of other units. Not well, but they would last for a really long time, endurance style. And then they added the dueling system to like make two what was it called? Not three wars.
Yeah, I know.
Three Kingdoms style duels that were outlined in, you know, the Legend of the Three Kingdoms, which again is not the name of that era, but Warhammer 3 really innovated heavily. It's the most changes a Warhammer game or a Total War game has ever had. It's good. Every improvement they made is absolutely solid. It's amazing. Each of the factions plays quite differently now. The Khorne faction is nothing like anything we've ever seen. Their morale sucks. They have no range at all, but they are incredible in melee. And they're like the orcs from 1 and 2, where once you start killing as an army, you can start summoning additional armies to back you up, although that's a trap. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's super interesting. I like it a lot. They added multiplayer simultaneous turns, which has been a godsend. They added 3-player campaign that starts off immediately. The 3-player campaign starts you off with like a pretty high level hero, a bunch of money, and like 2 giant army stacks, and is like you have 15 turns. The 3 of you have 15 turns to conquer this province. Go. And then we did it. That's what we did last night. Yeah, that's what we did last night. And then it was revealed that that was not actually the end. that first objective was just timed in order to force you to be good at the game. And now we have to start conquering more provinces of Kislev. Anyway, then there are 2 8-player games. One is the campaign that you actually play in, like it's the single-player campaign, but in multiplayer. And the other is Cathay, so I guess it's like Warhammer's Fantasy China versus Demons as well. I gotta be honest, simultaneous turns, 8-player multiplayer, jump in immediately with something rotten in Kislev, like these are all huge changes. They changed the special thing that happens, so every Warhammer game's had a thing that happens every set number of turns. That's always been kind of interesting. In 1, it was, you know, chaos starts invading and you get the first waves, and then eventually Acheron shows up over and over again. Sorry, his name's not Acheron, it's Archaon the Everchosen. 2 was the battle to control the magic portal. 3, I don't know what the special thing is yet, but I hear that it's really good. People are enjoying it a lot. It sounds like it might be, based on tooltips that I've seen, it might be that you have to claim 4 Daemon Princess souls. So it's probably that it takes you to the realm of chaos and you gotta, you know, do some really lit shit there. Now, I don't know that taking daemons to the realm of chaos is bad, but, you know, most mortal people, they go to the realm of chaos and their heads just explode and they become flesh blobs, so. Ice Savage 87, welcome. How is the stream going? I think it's going pretty good. What do you think? I mean, I know you just got here, but do you think it's going good? Who doesn't like hearing about Warhammer 3 while you harvest corn? It's pretty normal, right? Those two things overlap.
Really, you should have been talking about corn while harvesting corn.
Corn will harvest. Well, look, as far as I'm concerned, there's really only one chaos god. It's just corn. Everybody else is just kind of lame. Zinch is like, oh look, I can control fake guys. I got plot armor all the time. Man, though, let me tell you something. Nurgle is a nightmare in Warhammer 3. Even if you beat them, you still lose. Wow. Nurgle armies. So the thing is, you can beat a Nurgle army pretty easily. But once you start fighting them, their units get debuff magic to just be like, all right, well, you're poisoned, you're slowed, you're on fire. It's really bad. But after the battle, once you've won, that's when it gets really bad because you get plagued, and plague prevents you from, it gives you attrition and it prevents you from resupplying for 6 turns. I lost my main lord 3 times in 15 turns to that. It was not great. Well, someone's messaging me. Paul, Con, get over here. I gotta pop this load of corn. You know, when this stream started, it was just me. The only thing I knew was that Holmes might show up, and there was one viewer in chat. Now we're just, guys, we made it happen. It really makes me feel a lot better.
Back in the top 1%.
Yep, that's how I live my life, in the top 1% of streamers. Yeah. That's what people think of when they look at my channel. They think this is a guy who's got it sewed together. He's in the top 1%. Look at that presentation. That's top 1% level presentation. When people see my content, they say, wow, look at that production value. Why does my speedometer say I'm going 19 miles an hour right now? Oh, it's saying I have 19 RPMs. Okay. That's probably because the harvester's running. Double check. Yep. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, Paul Con, if you want to pull that truck off to the side and maybe, you know, if you're not busy, I mean, if you're busy right now, do what you got to do. But if not, maybe grab the cultivator truck and cultivate this here field that I'm leaving behind. Just a thought. Anyone got any big successes over the week? Anything they want to share? You know how it is. This is the internet. You're not allowed to talk about your failures or anything that makes you look bad. Unless you're me. You only share your big successes. Anybody got any?
No, nothing really. Just been...
I've got the blue cultivator, and it's
okay.
not plowing, and I have it lowered.
Is it unfolded?
Does it need to unfold?
Which field are you on?
I was doing between the grape rows.
There, we have a specific cultivator to do that one.
Okay, what was that cultivator called?
It's small. It's really small.
Yeah, I've got one that's blue. That is very small.
Okay, that's probably it.
It's RABAWERK.
All right, I'm coming closer to you. When I reach my closest point, I'm gonna hop out and take a look.
All right.
Now the thing to note is that you have to cultivate both sides of the trellises.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually it makes the grass turn a different color after you cultivate behind you.
I don't remember what it did for this one because we've only done it once.
I did it the first time. It changed the colors.
Well.
That was the one that was the cultivator that hung off to the right or the left, which is a pain in the butt to use.
All right, here we go. Yep, that's the super small one. Hop out real quick. Now let me get through here. Here we go. Let's see. All right, let's take a look on the map. It's marking it as cultivated.
Interesting. All right, I'll keep going.
So the problem, though, is that it doesn't need to be cultivated. It needs to be plowed.
Yeah, I got the wrong one then.
Yep. I don't know if we have a plow that can fit in there. There we go. These aren't the plows that we own. These are plows you could buy. Here we go. Here we go. Must have walked over it. Yeah, you're just gonna have to get that normal ass red plow and. Yeah.
There's not one that's the size of this one.
The red one is the smallest plow possible.
Oh my gosh, that can't be.
But it is, sir. But it is.
I disbelieve.
That's okay. Just disbelieving doesn't make it not true. Have you ever heard of the riding crop philosophy? Salty?
No.
It's very interesting.
My reference was for, like, you know, having disbelief illusions and, like...
Yeah, no, but it's...
That was my reference.
I know. The riding crop philosophy is a classic counter to the Eastern philosophies of, Buddhist, almost nihilist disbelief of what's happening to you, right? That everything is nothing. The riding crop belief is where if someone professes that all life is an illusion, you hit them with like a whip or something very sharp and ask them, do they still not believe in the whip? And if they say no, you keep hitting them.
Ugh.
You don't like this one? I think this is a fascinating answer. Yes, it's brutally violent, but how long will you deny that you feel pain? Is pain truly an illusion? You don't like this one?
No, I'm looking for the plow now. Sorry.
All right, that's fine.
My multitasking is up a little bit.
I gotta turn the header off in order to pick up some speed. And I'm not gonna be able to fit over there. I'm just gonna have to back up. This tractor has the most torqueable bumper. I'm telling you. Truly the chadliest of all of our harvesters. Well,
Oh boy. I'm doing a wheelie now. Where are the weights? Where are the weights?
just another thing to look for in the P menu under garage. You know how it is. This is how we live our lives out here on the farm. Perkins Farms.
Where nothing has a place.
I mean, now we've got Perkins Farms Heavy Industry and Logistics for SnowRunner. What a great branch. People's response to SnowRunner has really made me feel good about Gran Turismo 4. If people will watch me try to get up the side of a hill for 2 straight hours while talking about absolutely nothing or just raging at the world, I feel like they will definitely sit through me going, uh-huh, mm-hmm, okay, I think I can pass him on the next turn. No, wait, okay.
Look at that line I just took.
Ah, You've predicted. You predicted my NPC background dialogue.
What you really need to do is
Only drift race. Yes, I agree.
keep up a running commentary like you're the pilot in a rally car.
I don't know what that means.
So in rally racing, there's 2 people in each car. One person with hand notes that they've written about every corner to repeat off.
Yeah, no, I saw a meme about this.
Yeah,
there was a dude that was like, Sanjay, take a left. Take a left. You're not taking a left. Sanjay, take a left. All his instructions were completely ignored by the driver the whole way through.
Yeah, but
interesting. Is that what makes rally cars different?
I
thought they were. It's just because the cars were shaped differently.
Well, I mean, the fact that they're like both on and off road.
Yeah.
And so many. It's hitting some track. Well, I mean, yeah, off road. So you can be going around blind corners in the forest, going 120, and then come around a corner and get onto pavement and speed up from there. And if you don't have someone talking to you like that, telling you like the next 3 corners up ahead, how fast to take them and how much of an angle the corner is, it makes it really hard. But then again, that whole meme was based on the fact that the guy that won the rally race that year told his pilot guy just to shut up because he didn't want to hear him, and that he was just going to win the race by himself.
Interesting. I didn't realize it was so complicated and cooperative based. You know, normally I think of racing as some like real jackass sitting in a seat, and then a old white guy wearing glasses and a hat with a giant boom microphone going, okay, he's coming up behind you. Now just know you got cold tires. You were just in the, I don't know what they call the repair area, the pit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen a NASCAR fan that didn't have a profile picture of themselves in their truck with their dark sunglasses on, and if they're a man, they're wearing a t-shirt and have a beard. That's just my practical experience with NASCAR people on social media. They're easy to spot.
I understand the idea behind NASCAR and the fact that it's an endurance race and everything.
That's the most popular sport in America right now. It's growing.
I've always been more of a fan of either rally or F1.
I don't know. I'm a hip youthster. I've always liked drift, just because it takes a lot of skill to intentionally do something wrong and still succeed. That's true. Your social media profile pic is not yourself with dark glasses in your truck. But do you own a truck? And do you have dark sunglasses? Oh, and a ball cap. Forgot about that one. Do you own those components, Lawson? If you do, I still feel justified. You're too anime to fit in with a regular NASCAR fan for sure. Speaking of, I think Lawson is doing his first stream next week. No to the truck, yes to the sunglasses and ball cap while driving. Well, there you go. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. Got him once again. No one can evade the keen intellect of my amazing insight into other people by stereotyping them heavily. We lost Salty some. Oh, he's doing the plowing. That's where we lost Salty.
Yeah, I'm doing the plowing over here. Just can't tell if I'm making progress or not. So
then we lost Holmes. Oh, he's weeding, I guess. All right.
Yep, I'm almost done weeding.
Okay, we haven't lost anybody. I just decided not to look around. Well, that collision probably cost us a few $1,000s in paint damage. A nice hole through the sideboard. Oh boy. Oh nice. This is the drive-through window, you can get through here pretty easily. Everybody's going surfing. Surfing USA. Well, that guy just died. That would have been a felony hit and run for sure. I'd be looking at life in prison for that one.
You spike someone with your corn header?
I mean, I hit him with like 4 spikes on that turn. I'm not even talking about a car, dude. This dude was just walking down the sidewalk and I final destinationed him. You remember those movies?
I never saw them. When you see that,
I think, well, I mean, really, you just need to see a trailer to understand how it works. Right.
I know the preference, never watch the movies.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing is that, you know, one person has a dream of how everybody will die and they try to get everyone out. And everything they do to stop it causes it to happen, right? No one is ever able to evade it. More or less is the, you know, the theme, kind of. It's not quite that straightforward, but that's mostly it. I know, not every movie can innovate like Cabin in the Woods. I mean, you only really get one Cabin in the Woods in your lifetime. Plus, I don't really feel highly about the horror genre. It's tough for me watching streamers play horror games and they like jump out of their chair, they're screaming the whole time, they're like actually sobbing, and I'm sitting here completely unfazed going, wow, this is what we consider scary at this point? Is it just because I'm emotionally dead on the inside, or I guess I've always just kind of been pretty blasé towards horror. I don't have that same level of fear, and jump scares are typically like a huge waste of everyone's time. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, is it just that once somebody's tried to stab you, and once someone successfully stabbed you, jump scares will never actually be scary to you again? You know what I mean? Maybe not. I hope that you don't know what I mean, friends. I do want to check in though. Anybody here like actually into horror? Like they like the genre? Enjoy it? Are scared by it? Because there are some people that watch horror and they just watch it because, like me, they feel nothing for it and they watch it like a comedy. Actually, there was a whole series of movies about it, right? It's the ones that make fun of Scream?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name.
I know what you did last summer? Was that part of it, or was that still screen?
I Know What You Did
No,
Last
it's
Summer
the,
is not a comedy. It's an actual horror movie. But you're right. It does get parodied by this series. I just can't remember what it's called.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's
but
been
I can't think of the name.
a solid decade and a half since they released a new one. Scary Movie, the series. All right, that's on it.
That's it.
I don't remember anything about them except that they were kind of funny, but maybe not as funny as they could have been.
I mean, they were a.
They were a parody
parody.
series directly targeted towards teenagers, memers. You can get teenagers to like the dumbest shit in the world. I feel like I don't even have to justify that phrase either. Remember fidget spinners? Pet rocks?
Ah, the pet rock.
Remember when yo-yos were cool briefly?
My kids are still amazed by the yo-yo. It's okay.
No, listen. If you like a yo-yo because you like yo-yo tricks, that's one thing. But then there were people that like made their whole lives about being a professional yo-yo master. Like that's what they wanted to be when they grew up. They thought that they could perform tricks for people, like Tony Hawk style tricks, doing yo-yos.
I bet they rate up there along with the professional billiards and dart players.
I mean, listen, professional billiards players can really pull in money. I saw this documentary about a gentleman who went to a billiards parlor in order to defend the honor of the young man who he was the chaperone of. And the billiards parlor guy beat him several times. And once real money started getting put down on the table, he brought out his actual billiard stick and beat everybody's ass before leaving immediately. The name of this documentary is, of course, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You may have heard of it. Takes place.
A couple movies that probably happened in the 80s, somewhere like that.
Had a spin-off. Something like Card Shark Tales or something.
I remember in the mid-2000s, there was a professional poker player by the name of Jennifer Tilly. And listen, I was younger then. Forgive me for what I'm about to say. You know, she had big booba and displayed it during her matches. And I thought some of the shit that the poker guys were saying was funny. I actually went back and rewatched some of the videos now. It's actually fucking disgusting. And they spend way, like, for people whose job it is to comment on poker, they spend way too much time talking about her style of dress. But she basically was just like, yep, I said I was never going to leave poker. And then, like, 2 years later, after being continuously harassed by people because I was a woman, I left poker. I think it was too bad because she was pretty good at it. I feel like she straight up admitted, though, that she distracted people with her cleavage. For me, it's just funny. Like, you're gonna, if you are such a shrimp that you fall for that, like, come on, dude. You're not a professional poker player. You're an idiot. How do you fall for that? Stop shrimping. What the heck? Where's the truck?
It says we're 50% fertilized on the grapes,
Nice.
or with all the plowing's done. So fertilizing the grapes.
No, I'll come back. I'll come back and do it another pass on it.
All right.
The grapes, you won't be able to until after the grapes are replanted. Remember?
Do they need to be
After the
replanted?
winter, they get a springs.
Yeah, we have to
Springs
plant them
fertilizer.
again.
No, you don't.
All right. Well, I don't know what we're
Grapes
I mean,
supposed
he
to do.
just-
then.
replanted.
I mean, he just plowed them, so I think I should be able to.
You plow between the rows to keep the weeds down and stuff.
What the heck is happening here? I don't have any traction.
That's why the vineyards and these are 15-year grapes.
All right, I can't argue any of this with you right now because apparently I can't get over a fucking 5% grade hill. What
Well,
is it?
I think you just are getting high centered. I had that happen a bunch of times with that truck. It just doesn't have much power for how much weight it hauls.
All right, I'm gonna have to go somewhere flatter, like the fire station.
Or just take that road.
I think I need to cover this thing up before I get rocked.
Is that all the corn harvested?
Not even close. But I gotta drive over to the all the southern fields need to be harvested, and I gotta drive over there to unload. It's on my left. This one's right. Ugh. I don't know.
How are we missing it?
I'm just gonna come back around.
Oh, I just froze up for some reason. What's going on here? Come on. Oh, now it looks like I'm dumping off into space. Huh.
Well, you're not moving for me, so.
Here, at least the amount of corn isn't going down, so visual bug. There we go. There's a good, there we go. The first hopper's full. Okay, pull forward.
For me, though, poker will always be the most ridiculous of pastimes, because casinos will just intentionally ban you for being good at it. That's the weirdest part. Blackjack too. They just ban you from showing up if you're good at it. That should be the biggest flag to anyone ever, that you should not be playing at a casino.
Alright, I'm empty. So what field am I going to?
Keep going left. Fields 46 and 45.
Ready.
20%. Probably need to go drop off. Alright, you say we don't need to replant grapes. I don't know how it works, so I guess I'll just have to believe you.
Or these people aren't. This is not farming. No, it's a perennial.
Alright.
I mean, you will have to go and do all the maintenance on it, but they should produce next year and have a larger harvest next year even.
Wow, this truck is crawling with this corn in it. Does the corn just weigh more than other things? Have a higher density or something?
Yes, sir.
It has never been this slow before. This is like trying to pass a tractor.
Are you using the cruise control?
Yes.
Uh,
Alright, you're right. It is picking up speed now. I couldn't tell you why. Oh, because the cruise control on this thing is set match speeds with the combine harvesters. Yeah, it makes sense. Homes are just in and out, guys.
yep.
Can't do anything about it. I saw that Elon Musk lost like 60 of his Starlink internet satellites. That was pretty devastating.
Yep.
Just, bad timing, bad luck. Wasn't really much they could do about it. Just one step short of a Carrington event. Which, by the way, if you don't know what that is and you like sleeping at night, don't look it up. Ah! Well, you see this thing where they're making artificial hearts now? Pretty excited about that. Not just because. All right, how do I unload this? Tip side?
So you need to be forward or back. You have to be centered over it, and you have to get you to go back and forth between the two internal.
Yeah, but I'm not getting.
Inside.
I'm not getting a thing to drop off with.
Yeah, that's what I kept going back and forth until it picked up, and I had the right thing over the hole that actually do the. It'll give you a quick notice about hitting I when it's time.
And it's the giant silo that says like support farmers, etc.
Yeah, you're in the right spot. You just gotta figure out which one you're dumping out of, and move to have it be directly in the right spot.
Probably start overloading. You gotta hit G. There it is.
Yeah.
That was the problem with that. I kept switching between tip front or tip back, but really that was just for the back trailer. Alright, well, I'm there now. No stress. Just living my best life, you know.
I am 50% full.
Just real quick. That's the power of 9.8 meters a second. Well, Holmes, are you ready for satisfactory? Oop.
It should be. Hopefully I'll get to play a bunch.
So I set up the server today, and I plopped down where I'm going to make mine, the eastern part of the North Forest. I don't know how well you know the map, but, you know, stake a claim somewhere and start processing.
All I'll say is the place I'm not going to start is where the spiders are.
I don't know where that is, but that sounds like a good plan.
There's a like a red forest. I want to say they're either just normal giant trees that have red leaves, or they're like giant mushrooms.
Oh, is there like a lake near there with the crash site?
Maybe, but there's giant spiders everywhere that chase after you and attack you.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. Especially since I didn't unlock very much, so there's no guns. It's just the Xeno Zapper, which...
It's like up over the top of one of the giant mountain ranges.
Oh, well, then I've never been there. I spent all my time on the plains, but this time I was seduced by the fact that the forest description says that it's really rich in resources. So, you know, stake the claim in the middle of nowhere. Hoping no one will come bother me, set up the space elevator and the MAM and the hub, and people will have to come to me to do that, but Wow. The sheriff is definitely going to get us for this one. You realize that, right? He's going to absolutely destroy us. Is this everything? Did you get both fields?
Yeah, both of the ones here are done, yeah.
Okay. Guess I'll have to just drive this back. Do it all over again. You know, it looks like some corn's in the front hopper, even though it says it's at 0%. Guys, this is a really efficient operation. We did a great job. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm not saying we're done here. I just, you know, want to make sure everybody knew how I felt. Ooh. Because I've been told that sometimes I can seem a little negative. Just a little angry and negative, depressing. Some have even claimed that I could be destructive, a disruptive influence.
You did get me into streaming.
Wow, that hurt really badly, Soundwave. I want you to know that I'll always feel deep pain. And second off, I don't feel like you can blame me for that. Your streaming was almost all with Lucas, right? Like,
It is now. I was
yeah,
trying to
I don't know
stream
that
with you,
listen, it's not that that's a bad thing, but I also feel like all of your stuff's with Lucas, so
but it is.
we blame him instead. I'll take the
I do
credit
that.
for inspiring you,
There you
and
go.
he
I
can
like
take
that
the
better.
he can take the blame for actually getting you there.
You're giving me the platform to pretend to excel.
There we go. I need a new emote, AP pass the buck. Now that I've said that, I actually do want that.
Sounds like a version of the take my money meme.
It's like an evil version of the take my money meme. Start overloading. I don't know what it was overloading, but boy.
Try to keep going.
Do what?
Just wait for that arm to pull in. As soon as it started moving, I knew I wouldn't beat you to it, but it just sat there for a bit.
It was really quick. Once you know how to do it, once you know the trick, it's actually really easy. So now I'm gonna automate doing this, and I'm still gonna invoice my boss for the same amount of money. I spend 6 hours a day playing smartphone games.
So what's left to harvest?
Nothing.
Is that
We've
it?
harvested all that there is to harvest in these lands. We literally just spent the last 1 hour and 57 minutes harvesting.
That was pretty much every other episode before. In the before times.
Yeah, during the Soybean King of Poughkeepsie arc.
Yeah.
That was my origin story. Well, I guess my origin story was we're bad at transport.
Fun with transporting. That's what I would call it. It was definitely amusing.
That's
Not
how we got
effective,
Big
but
Holmes
amusing.
here. He saw us flailing and dying and said, boy, only there was someone to teach those idiots how to find a goddamn lime station. It's even marked on the map.
So true, so true.
That's exactly what he said, by the way. Word for word. I guarantee it. That's how Holmes talks. You know, I'm really good at imitating people, so. Never mind that it sounds exactly like something I would say. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I'm glad there's nothing in this truck. Otherwise there would have been problems. Trouble Wolf, capital T, that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. What are you doing? You trying to hitch a ride?
Tried to, failed.
Yeah. This game vehicle are not sticky, so when you jump on them, the vehicle just moves underneath you.
Yeah, you have to like walk along with it.
So weird. All right. What haven't we done that we need to do?
I'm going to go spray the weeds on the grapes,
Okay.
and other than that,
I don't.
Right.
I think
Didn't say it needed weed. I don't think we needed weed. Like once I did the plowing, I think it was done. I'm gonna check again real quick. I'm over here. Yeah, it doesn't say it needs weeds. No weeds.
oh, okay then.
Yeah, it's blue. It says
Okay.
cultivated.
The contracts right now are not very
There's one
good.
that's weed growing.
The only real sets of contracts that look like they're worth anything would be the 2 mowing baling ones. I don't know if you guys want to get into that.
I think. I'm gonna check out
Has
for the night.
anyone looked at how much stockpiled to move around to sell
I don't know what you mean.
over the greenhouses?
Oh. I still don't know what you mean, but I can head over there.
If there's I'm sure there's tons of pallets of stuff that need to be moved, and all
Okay.
that.
Well, I guess let's do it.
Maybe. I mean, I moved some last week too. When I was tinkering. Still working on rehooking up my joystick to the computer.
Wait, do we want this truck to be over here, or do we want it to be on the other side of this river?
On the other side of the river, I think.
I put it over there because this was all still growing, so you couldn't get the tractor in and out of here very easily. So that's why I put it on the other side, because this was corn at the time that was about to pop, so I didn't want to run it over with the tractor.
Okay, and then we need to get some sort of forklift. Yeah, well, there is a forklift over here.
There's most of these down here.
We have
So
another flatbed.
There's
yeah.
one on the truck, and there's one on the old tractor.
Old track.
It has currently got stuff on it. I don't know what it's doing over here.
So how do you actually like harvest the strawberries?
They just show up in a pallet
Oh,
on the side of it.
it's like there's a little wrench in there or something like that, right?
Well, that's part of the controls. Like, you can do it through the main menu, or you can go that way, like hitting R.
Got it.
But the primary thing is it just, you tell it to store, ship, or sell. Sell is an automatic sell, but it gives, a negative to your profits.
Got it.
Store means it puts it in pallets next to the building, so you can sell it, or production, I can't remember what it's called, production or something like that, is where it sends it to the production chain. So if you own other buildings that need that product, it'll just automatically put them there instead of you having to transport them.
Interesting.
Wait, there's a thing now to auto sell your stuff?
It's always been there, it's just not a huge amount, but there is a service for it. They
Like
take
how much?
that one I don't remember.
All right. Well, you gentlemen have a good evening. We'll,
Have a good
catch
night.
up next week.
Alright, see ya.
We're gonna get Salty Maker 2 weeks in a row?
Well, let's hope so.
That's how we know we're hashtag blessed. May your dumps always be rolling in salt.
If I can remember how to exit the game. There we go. Hey, no crashes, and the controller worked. Good night.
Nice.
Very cool.
Alright, see you guys. Bye.
Yep.
do an 8-point turn here. Oh. Pretty normal, what all the kids do, really. How do I want to get this down? I would have thought just scraping it against the edge of the... Oh, yeah, like that. That's what I thought would work. You can tell, even though I haven't practiced since the old days, still got all the skills I've learned from 3 episodes of sucking. This,
You can also put some in the back of the truck if it was lined up
yeah,
for you.
but I'm gonna sweep first. I'm gonna try to do this. Force them all towards the back.
It's kind of silly you can't push them as a person.
Well, that was a fucking disaster. I'm gonna be honest with you. If we can just auto sell these, we should just do that. How do I change it?
When you're in the menu, let me go back in there. It's been a few days. Production chains. You click on inside, like where it says building storage.
I don't.
Okay, so you go to production chains, which is the production chain looking thing below
Oh, I
contracts.
see it now. Change output mode.
Yep. You can deactivate them, but then you go over to the right side and you click on each type, and you can change it from storing to, like, most
Selling.
of them are set for lettuce. I think only 2 of them were set for anything else.
Ken Barnes sat in a vehicle and observed the baked beans.
Okay, the second greenhouse needs water. Looks like almost all the greenhouses need water right now. So let's have somebody get the water tank over here.
Yeah, go get it.
Yeah,
It's back over
very
near
low.
the chickens and all that, right?
Yeah, it should be.
To the Ross
We don't
I'm
need to
actually
be
over here if you want
suffering
me to
every
grab
time we
it.
do that.
I'll go get it.
which vehicles
None of us are really specialized at doing this, and I don't know that anyone likes doing this. Although
I
if you
do, but I haven't set up my stuff right, so
okay, well, if you
it's
do,
better the way you're doing it because I'm not here every time either.
I don't mind doing it, but whatever. It's
I didn't hear any of that. It said you don't mind, and then there was like a popping noise.
oh, I said I don't mind, but then when there's lots of other stuff to be done, it's just kind of one more thing.
Oh. Oh. There we go. Yep.
I do like that it looks like we have a real human in real life farm, because we've got hay bales just everywhere, waiting for when we need it, because we don't want to just get rid of them because we'll need them. So they just get stacked up.
Yep. That's what our motto is, Perkins Farms. We're a real human farm. Perkins Farms. We pay our employees real, legal, tender currency.
We pay them in real tenders. I mean, legal tenders.
We pay them in chicken tenders, yes.
Real. Quotation marks.
Oh, speaking of, has anyone checked in on the chickens in a bit?
I'm over buying right now.
Okay, because Sunspirit hasn't been on, and I think he's the one who really takes care of them, so...
Their health is low.
Just want to make sure they're all alive, producing eggs and
Oh, they don't have any food.
having babies. Yep, see, this is the problem.
Yeah, they have zero food.
So we need water for the plants, and we need food for the chickens. I mean, we're slacking. What are we doing here? Just bringing in $500,000 in corn? Who cares about that when you could be raising chickens? I'm meaning though.
Sold any eggs or anything yet?
I can't remember the last time we sold eggs. I think it's been a while since we paid attention to the chickens. What the heck? That was the worst possible time. Alright.
Quick, though.
Vampire with my fangs down. Hey, what's up, fellow kids? My skin is sparkly and glowing. I also like American sports, just like you. I play them versus the werewolves. I may not actually know what the Twilight movies are about. I mean, it was about werewolves and vampires playing football, right? And just cheating the whole time.
Emo wolves and emo vampires playing.
I mean, sure. That was just the courtesy at the time. That was simply how everyone acted. It was cool. Look, bro, I survived metrosexual, okay? There was a period in American youth history that the idea that you would comb your hair and wear deodorant was so shocking that you were placed into a semi-gay status. Oh boy, that's so terrible for me. Well, I lost it. Nope. Knocked off. What do chickens even eat, guys? Does anyone know?
Grains. So wheat,
Probably have a shit ton of wheat. we
wheat,
can bring
barley,
over.
sorghum.
There's not just like box of chicken feed we can buy from the store.
I mean, we can, or we send something to go pick up some of that wheat that we already have, and not pay to feed them.
All right, where am I taking these? Whatever these are.
Goes to the either the grocery store, which is down to the left.
Yep, grocery store.
Usually the best place for it.
This is the boss's personal truck right here. But we're not gonna get it banged
He
up.
lost the keys for a long time.
Ridiculous. I just let you guys borrow it. I'm having my insurance company cover the, loss of drivability. Yeah, it's a fast food restaurant. I want a grocer at E-Mart. The fast food restaurant. Of course, they're not going to buy fresh food, fruits.
I mean, they're the second most expensive one.
Well, I guess I gotta. Remember when they used to make all the stuff locally, not even in your region, but in your store, and now they just have like national processing centers?
Yeah. Or in some places, international processing centers.
Yeah. Remember you can get 2 cheeseburgers for $1? Now you get 1 for $2? Times have changed, guys. Rich Farm remembers. I gotta sell this devil's lettuce. I gotta flip through this bread. Cheese it. Yep, this is how it works. You drive up to a grocery store, the things in your back of your truck magically disappear.
There's those house elves. They're jumping out there.
Oh
And
my god. Harry. House elves. I remember when people were like, we should burn Harry Potter books. They encourage you to be like the devil, to do devil worship. Spells are real. I was just like, okay, man. Yeah. Wingardium Leviosa. Yup.
What are you from Texas now?
Wingardium Leviosa? Leviosa? You don't have to be Texan to get a nice, good book burning going. I seem to have found the one place on the entire map where I can get jammed up and not move. Heck, I can't even let go of the trailer. Maybe this will help? That somehow made it worse.
I'm gonna deliver this last thing of water and then I'll be out.
Audience, this is definitely the way that you're supposed to be doing this, for sure. I just want to be clear. My insurance company would tell me that this is the approach.
Oh man.
This ain't horrible.
You got in and got one like car length worth of field done and it came crashed on it.
been really bad tonight. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I really had a problem.
It's just so sudden. I just looked up and you just bleep, gone again.
I'll tell you the problem I have. It's small. Got black hair, like a mix of other colors. It's constantly biting me.
Is its eyes as big as pizza pies?
No. But I understand the reference, so I will say yes. But just to be clear, her eyes are not, in fact, the size of pizza pies. But it is, in fact, amore. That is amore.
What is Amore for $500?
This is a picture of the chest burster from Aliens. To be very accurate. Oh, listen, I've done a lot of weird shit on Oath of Endosteel, but introducing Sloth Jeopardy is one of the top 5. Eric was so confused when I said it. He couldn't understand the oh my god! What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You just straight up cleaned my clock. I'm not.
I did not think there was going to be that much of a reaction.
Listen, I'm gonna be on disability. All right, that's how bad that accident was. This truck flipped over at like 70 miles an hour. I'm not joking. Like, just the way it flipped over was so fast. There couldn't have been. I mean, it's a little tiny fucking stick. There couldn't have been that much force behind it, but boy, the physics engine did not want to do that.
I guess the momentum of it turning, getting flipped right at the very end.
It's made of Fliptonian alloys.
Oh yeah, I saw that on that Avatar movie.
Ancient martial artists learned how to put it in their shoes for combat, but you know, we lost it in the purges.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw it during the documentary Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Well, the Newtonian conglomerate would tell you that is not real. It was a movie. So be careful with that.
There are plenty of real movies. I mean, Vin Diesel definitely got shot during Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
He died. Vin Diesel's just dead.
He was fine because he was there to find family.
I love all these like movies where they do like extreme method acting, where they're like, yes, during Saving Private Ryan, we had Private Ryan stay away from the rest of the cast. Everybody else had to suffer, but Private Ryan wasn't part of the cast suffering. Or like every time there's a new Joker, they're like, oh yeah, the Joker was so weird on set with people. It was super creepy. I guess maybe that's just Jared Leto.
I think their fault. They were like, you didn't even give him makeup yet. And he was still like,
Yeah, I mean, the description of what Jared Leto did on Suicide Squad makes me... If Morbius was MCU canon, which it doesn't seem like it's gonna be, I still wouldn't be interested in it if Jared Leto is the main lead. Just because he's such a weird guy. I say that as myself. Jared Leto is weirder than I am. And that, like, you have to go pretty low to get to that point. I play tractor games on the internet in front of people. Rate my top 5
watch
favorite
that the newest one.
Do what?
I have it download. The newest Suicide Squad. Still need to watch it.
Okay. I mean, I heard it was good, but I'm not gonna watch it. Just like all DC movies, it will have no effect on any sort of meta plot, even though they'll try to pretend that there is one.
Then I'll just watch it to watch a movie. So
I guess, but what if we made movies better? What if we just made movies better? What if we did that? Look, we might be getting a Blue's Clues cinematic universe, right? That's really all you need to know about.
sounds like something that may be in my future.
No, it's 100% true. You didn't hear about this?
I did not.
Yeah, it's real. They're making another Blue's Clues movie, and it's going to be part of the Blue's Clues cinematic universe. Look it up. You think I'm going to lie about something like this? There are plenty of things that I would deceive someone on as a joke. You know, like casual small lies, but not this. Not Blue's Clues. Not Blue's Clues. Not for Blue, man. Not for Blue. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never actually seen Blue's Clues. So I heard it was good. People seem to really like the Blue's Clues guy, you know, Steve or whatever his name is.
Yeah, before he got kicked off for smoking pot.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. I don't know if it was
Seems
just
like a
he
dumb
was
reason to kick somebody
caught
off.
smoking it like on set, or if he was actually arrested for possession. But it was one of those two.
Okay, well, it's pretty stupid. All right.
I mean,
feel
I
like-
remember watching it as a kid coming home from school.
I gotta be honest with you, man. If Thomas the Tank Engine can have Ringo Starr actually be on like fucking heroin or something every day for years, you can get past an episode of Blue's Clues where, again, I don't know his name, Steve, is high on pot, offset, doing something else. Like, come on now. Ringo Starr was fucked up, dude. If Mr. Conductor, Thomas the Tank Engine, and Mr. Rogers can forgive him, all I'm saying is that there's a lot of these companies that are like, yep, we have a zero tolerance policy for this kind of stuff, but like, it's so out of touch with reality. Like, no one gives a shit about half this stuff anymore.
Yeah, well,
We do care about all the clowning around that like CEOs get up to, where they're like, yep. See this Facebook guy, the head of like global development, is trying to invite like a preteen up to his hotel room. Like, did he get caught the first time? Probably not. I mean, this is pretty fucking creepy, man. I don't know. Once you get enough money and power, you're just totally out of touch with regular ass people. And again, I say that as someone who lives indoors underground and rarely leaves my house or talks to anyone not on the internet. If you somehow exceed me at being weird, you've had to work at it pretty hard. It's impressive. Yeah, this is way too much work to get some lettuce.
and this is like a third as much as if it was set to either of the other things.
Oh, well, I don't know. Let's set it to strawberries to auto sell.
I mean, I just set some of them like alternate them. So you're
Alright.
selling some of
Well,
everything.
as long as it's auto selling from here on out, I guess I don't care. I want the money, and I don't want to put the effort in. Look, if I've got long-term payments, but I need cash now, where would I go? Obviously, JG Wentworth. 877 cash now. I just want to bring that level of affordability and awesomeness to, you know, to every industry.
Have you seen or heard a commercial that has that much of a catchy sticks in everyone's brain in a long
Geico.
time? Geico?
The Budweiser frogs from the Super Bowl in like 2000.
So, yeah, like nothing in the last 20 years.
I mean, again, Geico. But yeah, other than that, I'd say not really. It definitely was not your typical ad, and I've never seen anyone do anything remotely like it. So, why are you about to impress upon me the importance of having a bunch of people singing slightly Nordically?
I mean, the only thing around here is a commercial for a local mattress place.
President's Day sale. Get a new mattress on President's Day for reasons no one really knows.
No, the big thing is the owner dresses up and does like a hey down dance while singing.
Singing what? A Macarena?
No, just a little jingle that's come on down to the mattress ranch and has a bunch of kids dancing with him. It's kind of odd.
Yeah, the way you said it sounded pretty odd. I'm letting it roll around for a bit. It's not any less odd. My first question is, why would you be ranching mattresses?
I don't know.
I prefer free range mattress, of course. That's just the kind of guy I am, you know. I want to do my part for the environment.
Get one of those avocado mattresses.
Avocado. What the fuck is that?
Have you not seen commercials for those?
No. What is that? Is that real?
Yeah. There's a brand that came out somewhat recently called Avocado Mattresses. The mattresses are like organic memory foam, somehow made out of avocados or something.
Well, I'll tell you what. I switched to a pillow that's like memory foam, but it's shredded, right?
Yeah.
It's actually one of the best firm pillows I've ever had. I took the extra shredding and stuffed it in there. It's perfect for supporting my giant fat head. The greatest pillow I've ever encountered. And I just hope that it survives for like a few more months. I only had it for like 2 months, but my head is pillow destroying. They just don't have the level of firmness to survive my giant ass fucking head. It's really what a man wants in life, you know?
Sorry, I missed that one. My kids came in.
It's okay. I'm just memeing about pillows. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of pillows. We fought for these ideals. We shouldn't settle for less. And I was about to say, what are your kids doing up on
He was coming to ask me if I wanted a bowl of ice cream.
I mean, I assume you said yes.
It wasn't actually going to be ice cream. It was what we call a slutty cheesecake bar.
What the fuck?
It's
okay. I'm gonna give you a second to recover from this. You better not be slut shaming cheesecake.
It's cookie dough base, and then cheesecake over the top of that with Oreos mixed in it.
Okay.
And then you chill it and then cut it into like little square bars. And
Is this like a family thing that you do? Or did you buy this?
my wife made it last night.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like something someone would make. I don't know that anyone anywhere would sell that, but it sounds really good. That said, it also sounds like a giant ass amount of work.
I mean, not really. I mean, it's as much work as making cheesecake.
That's a lot of work.
I mean, it takes half hour, 45 minutes, and then you gotta let it set overnight.
You already got me one to tap out. Something takes longer than a half an hour to cook. It doesn't involve a lot of sitting and stirring. I'm done. I've done all that cooking before. I'm old now. My hair is turning gray.
I enjoy it.
I want it simple and clean. Yeah, I bet you do. Listen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever met a product as unchanging as Oreos? Like, it feels like when they came upon the idea for Oreos, they hit upon something that didn't require any formula alterations. Like, they try to do double stuff Oreos, but there's no point to it, right? We all agree that you really can't change Oreos that much. Double stuff is just like eating a regular Oreo. Once you got that basic Oreo formula, there's no reason to innovate. You go no further.
Other than the few seasonal, like peppermint ones during the winter.
Peppermint?
And
all right, I'll let that slide. I'm not gonna say anything. So I'm gonna say something. Really, peppermint? Peppermint Oreos? All right.
They're real good.
I don't know.
They have that. Well, so it's like the normal filling, but with crushed up candy canes mixed in it.
Yeah.
To give you a nice candy cane peppermint flavor to it. It's quite delightful. But other than that, yeah. I mean, it hasn't changed a whole lot. I'm sure they've changed recipes a couple of times, but not much has changed. I think probably their best change they made was going from sleeves to the resealable containers.
Yeah, that's solid, but that had nothing to do with Oreos and everything to do with packaging.
Yeah, I know that, but
look, I'm just trying to defend my my brain thought that Oreos are the pinnacle of Oreo innovation. You don't need to go any further. Once you get there, you're done.
No, I definitely agree with that.
Mr. Peppermint agrees with it? Alright. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, if you got a second, I want to take a look at these housing units here, make sure they're all set to the expensive stuff, and that they're all watered. I'm not sure that task was finished.
He said he did, but
Yeah, I'd feel better if somebody double checked.
I'll double check.
There's been a lot that hasn't gotten done lately. No. Go. Up. I just want to zigzag across the floor and then shuffle in diagonal. Hits, hands on your hips. 1 foot in and 180 kick. They did used to come in sleeves, chat. They did used to come in sleeves. It's been years.
The problem,
I think like 2012.
the problem with that is, unless you're going to eat the whole sleeve at once, the next day they're stale. If you buy them at Costco, they still come in sleeves.
As a resident overweight person, I judge you heavily if you eat a whole package of Oreos in one sitting. Like, come on, man. You gotta have some respect for yourself. You're not a kid anymore, unless, of course, you are a kid, in which case, you know, you're gonna be able to eat all of that sugar and your body will process it. And you'll use all the calories just sitting there, burning up your metabolism. But for the rest of us adults, you're not a kid anymore. You can't eat an entire package of like 40 Oreos all in one sitting. You gotta break it up into at least 2. Maybe 1.5. If only I was as funny as I thought I was. Holmes, if only I was as funny as I thought I was. Someone told me this week that I try to be disarmingly charming as a defense mechanism, and you know what? I felt like that was the highest level of compliment that someone picked up on that. Not that it's a defense mechanism, but that I try to be disarmingly charming so that people don't feel threatened by me. They, of course, meant it as an insult, though. You need some help there? Alright, maybe
You
not.
got it.
Nah. You did some capoeira. You got back up. Oh, oops. I don't want to do that. That's what I want to do. What are you doing? Bro. Oh, I bet you he disconnected. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, you slammed your
bad
prong
today.
right through my front window and sent me almost flying. Thought it was an attack. The vicious attack on my person has left me scarred. I have no choice but to take supreme executive authority. I promise that I will return these powers once the crisis has passed. A new
Is your name Trudeau?
galactic empire. Whoa. Listen, I feel like we've managed to stay out of the politics tonight. Do you really want to go there?
No.
For Justin Trudeau?
I'll just
Justin
leave it at that.
Trudeau? That's who you want to do this about? Justin Trudeau? I mean, look, apparently he's one of the top hottest world leaders, but
Along with Putin?
you think Putin is an attractive world leader? Listen, here's my favorite Putin story, all right? And this one's true. You can look
Well,
it
I
up
mean,
on the
he
internet.
won. I mean, he wins Russia's hottest man every single year.
All right, yeah, okay. Well, let's get back to reality again. So, again, I think it was in like 2010. There were these guys at a party. They just won the Super Bowl. Guy had his Super Bowl ring on. And Putin came over to talk to him. And he asked if he could take a look at the guy's Super Bowl ring. Bim bam boom, he put the ring on and then left. He still has it. He still wears it, actually. The guy was just like, wow, Vladimir Putin just stole my Super Bowl ring. What you need to understand about Vladimir Putin is that he has the biggest balls of anyone in the entire world. And I don't mean that literally, I mean it metaphorically. He will do some baffling shit. I don't know if when I'm thinking of attractive world leaders, I would pick Vladimir Putin to be in the top anything. Oh, it's off. Wish I had some more Oreo facts. That really neuron activated the people in chat. Oreo talk. What
How
about
about for Chips Ahoy, crunchy or soft?
not applicable? I don't really do Chips Ahoy. Well, I guess for one thing, I don't have kids, so, you know, I don't have any reason to consume it on a regular basis. But how about this? Favorite potato chip or potato chip substitute, like corn chip or sunflower chip, that sort of thing. What's your top, Holmes? What's your top? What's the number one?
Either Fritos is a corn chip,
Yeah, Fritos.
or
Be hard to go wrong with
a
Fritos.
non-standard chip, taro chips.
Ooh, for the folks at home, that's a Japanese root vegetable that's like a potato. Interesting.
Or some good kettle sweet potato chips.
I'm gonna be real basic here real quick. I like the puffy Cheetos, and I would follow that up by saying the orange Doritos, the nacho ones.
Yep, those are
I mean, they've been they did so much testing on it to make the flavor as addictive as possible. If you look at when Taco Bell got the Doritos Locos Tacos, how it gave them about 10 times as much business as normal. It's turned them into a major powerhouse player all around the world.
That and Baja Blast. Mountain Dew.
I mean, nowhere near as much, but yes, Baja Blast is popular. It's also not great.
I enjoy
Do you like it?
Yep.
Okay, well, I certainly wouldn't call it addicting, but people do have different taste buds. I mean, some people like Brussels sprouts.
Delicious.
I'm not a fan. A lot of the Brussels sprouts I've had, admittedly, have been cooked poorly, boiled.
Yeah.
You know, like charred, blackened.
That'll do it.
Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, I think a lot of the vegetables were bad, and that turned me off on a lot of them, but mushrooms will always be bad. It doesn't matter how you cook them or don't cook them. They're just
I mean,
bad.
that's how my wife is.
Like mushroom. Yeah.
Her parents weren't very good cooks, and so then when we started going out and she'd come over and I'd make dinner and she'd be like, "Oh, so this is what actual fresh this cooked right tastes like."
This is the success story that I want, buddy. This is giving me hope that one day I can win a woman's heart through her stomach, because I'm actually a pretty good cook. This is what I need. Copium. Gonna huff it real quick.
Then it sounds like you need to start working on some Brussels sprouts and other vegetables.
Let's get out of here. And corn. Corn is the go-to vegetable of Americans. Sir, you ever met somebody that made bad corn? No, forget about it. Onions. Caramelizing onions is my one trick, alright? Do bell peppers, you do them right. Sorry for Europeans, you call them paprikas. We call them bell peppers or green peppers. Add some smoked paprika into your paprikas. A little bit of salt, some good oil. There you go, bing bang boom. Serve them with onions. You can put it in almost anything. Steak and fried onions and peppers. Sandwiches.
Need to add some. Just need to add some mushrooms to that.
My God. All right. Well, you eat mushrooms. I guess you could. You're some sort of godless mushroom-eating heathen. You enjoyed something.
Have you had
That's,
sautéed
yeah.
portobellos?
Yes, I have. I've had plenty of mushrooms in my life, my friends.
Yeah.
They're all terrible. But the worst ones are the ones that are wet. They come out of a can.
I don't know.
Sweat.
I've never had canned mushrooms before.
Well, let me tell you, you're better off. You know, I still have all those cans of Spam that I haven't done anything with. It's just that I've been getting healthier, and I don't want to risk anything, and I don't want to do like a salt overload. So now I've just got all this Spam.
Fried rice.
It'll last forever. I mean, so it's just that one tin of Spam has like over 100% of your daily salt. So while the Spam will salt your rice for you, you're still getting all that salt. You're still gonna overlook sodium.
Yeah, but are you gonna eat an entire pan's worth of fried rice in one sitting?
Oh yeah, easily. Easy. I mean, first off, we'd have to talk about pan size, but probably. Easy.
Because I mean, at least when I make it, one can of Spam ends up going into like 4 cups of rice.
Is that
that's
that
four,
dry or
4
wet?
cup dry.
What the fuck?
So it ends up being like 2 big cast iron skillets.
That's a lot of fucking rice. 4 dry cups of rice? Holy shit. I don't know, maybe I've got my proportions wrong. I would have thought just like a regular cup and a half of rice as like a rice mound, and then you know, get 1 or 2 eggs in there, and like onion and pepper, and then like a chopped up Spam thing. But you're saying that would be like 8 times too much Spam for that. Interesting.
I mean, you can always make it however you want, but
I'd have to hexamate Spam. I'm gonna be honest with you though, when I get you can at my local restaurant, you can just order fried rice as its own meal, and so I get like spicy beef fried rice, and it's a little bit more beef than normal, and you know, tastes great. It's its own meal. I guess that's how I imagine fried rice, the way I'd like it served to me.
now what about pineapple fried rice?
I have not had it before, but I've heard that it's great from people that have taste bud palates that I agree with. I like Japanese fried rice, which is absolutely insane. I assume that that's not what the dish is called anywhere else. Specifically, it's probably not called that in Japan, but my local restaurant just calls it Japanese fried rice. It's so good. Pineapple fried rice. Why would I want to combine pineapple with rice? I'm offhand not thinking the flavors are complementary. It's gonna be wet, right? So
I mean, not
I wouldn't
too
say
much.
that rice is savory either. Could be salty, so it might match up. I don't know. I'd have to taste it. I literally can't, you know, like theoretically flavor profile it. But you would recommend it because you're the one saying this. You think it's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. What's next on our to-do list here then?
Just water. After that, I think we're done for this day. We might want to think about wrapping up early. I know I promised we'd go a full 4 hours today, but you've been disconnecting like every 5 minutes, and We're at a good stopping point. Although we need to check the chickens. The chickens, my friend.
Yep, that's. I was moving this guy out of the way, and
We
I'll
definitely
go
do not
try
want to
and-
go anywhere without those chickens. Oh yeah, I tossed all the Factorio videos, by the way. I made all those recordings. They were taking up a huge amount of space. I didn't think I could make a coherent story or make anything look good out of it. I don't really know how to make that game look good, is what I'm saying. I feel like Satisfactory might be the same way, that it's just an experiment in being bad at doing things. Specifically streaming.
I mean, they're both definitely games that, if you don't know what you're already looking at or what's going on, then
Yeah, for sure.
it can't just be kind of a time-lapsed thing. But
I mean, I saw this guy, Yamakara. He's who I learned how to play Factorio from. He had a very good YouTube series. High tier.
I learned from Aruba.
I don't know who that. Well, I know that it's an island somewhat near Bermuda, but what's it gonna take, Big Holmes? What is it gonna take for me to become the Seto Kaiba of streamers?
Getting some sort of viral hit or something.
Flying dragon. Yeah, I agree. I need to develop a flying dragon. Getting a viral hit. A viral hit TTRPG campaign? I don't know that this has ever happened. Roleplay had. It's been years since we've had one. Now, you might be thinking in your brain, Critical Role. Critical Role was not a viral hit. It was pretty much presupposed to destroy the internet from the beginning. Job's done. Oh. I think I'm doing pretty good for it being 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you still on your fairly decent.
I mean, we didn't have Rope Trader last night either, so I haven't had to go to midnight in a long ass time. I wouldn't call it fair. Listen, don't be such a normie, okay? Is waking up before the sun really a big deal? Oh, well, you have kids, so again, you need to be able to get those small children to school. So you would say yes to that, even if I said no. It has been nice waking up before the sun, though. Again, solely for the reason that I can get breakfast food. It's pretty rare for me. I love breakfast. I love the foods that are served then, but my usual wake-up time did not preclude me purchasing that remotely. I'd have to make it myself, and as much as I like making eggs, also bacon, it just doesn't feel right to make it after the morning.
I was gonna say, do you not have any like diners or anything near you?
It's all 30 minutes away. It's a long, long drive.
I mean, that's
And nobody
as
around
far
here
as
does
away
Eggs
as I am
Benedict.
from anything. So
Yeah, but I mean, you're the kind of guy that has a wife who cooks slutty cheesecake, apparently. Slut.
one of the few good things that's come from what's it called? Pinterest.
You
From
better
Pinterest.
listen. She better not hear you saying that, bro.
Everything else that comes from Pinterest is just stuff that I have to build.
Well, I do remember my mom being like, "Hey, we should try these TikTok recipes," and they were all stupid. They weren't bad. They were just dumb ways of doing something that had already been done 1,000 times, like making pasta and then calling it pizza or pasta.
Sounds like TikTok.
Yeah, I saw a Reddit post right before I started the stream that was like, Instagram is just softcore porn, and then they posted a bunch of pictures of women. And I was like, well, friend, I don't know what softcore porn looks like to you, but all these women have clothes on, so you must watch some weird shit. Some people have not adapted well to the social media age. I actually don't know that anyone has adapted well to it. It has deeply affected all of our lives, whether we strongly participate or not. But if you can't handle being thirsty, I mean, that's been a problem since before the dawn of the Bible. Men and women have always been thirsty. Actually, one of the things all the ancient stories can agree on. It's the origin of the oldest novel that we have surviving, the Genji Monogatari. Why is everything in here dead if it's all got water? I don't understand. Whew, it's been good to get through all the suffering of doing each and every one of the fucking crate lifts, though. Let's never do it again. There's a big patch coming this week, right? I saw on Steam it said like for this game, 1.3.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's going to change.
I hadn't noticed that. I haven't really looked at the game since last week, so.
I'll tell you what game patches a lot. Icarus has done a new patch every week and added new functionality to it. Most of it's been kind of bad, but they have added it. Greenhouse game is cool. That was a good ad. I'm just bitter about the new mining drill. It's a set it and forget it drill that doesn't have enough fuel to be set and forget for more than like 5 minutes. So it's more like set, slave over it constantly. But it doesn't bring in a lot of resources, so it's kind of just a massive time waste. You could just be going somewhere else and mining without the drill, just like hand mining, faster than it. So it, you know, it's a game mechanic that is deeply suboptimal with no place in the current meta. Everyone knows opposable thumb meta is the top meta. That's how we won the animal war. If you can't be at least as good as opposable thumb meta, I don't know why you're here. We need to never let the water get this low again, either. This is... I'm gonna have to stay sharp. This is still gonna take 2 trips. Well, all right. Talk to me about the chickens. What's going on over there?
I am just getting them their first food.
All right. Just know that as soon as you give them that food, they're gonna eat it. If they haven't eaten in a while, they're gonna speed digest it, and it's just gonna be wet, watery poop everywhere. I just want you to be ready to deal with it. These chickens will eat everything. Did we talk about what your starting faction for Warhammer 3 is going to be? Who's your pick?
No.
Who's your top?
I don't know. I'll have to play it some first.
You should play the prologue if you... Have you played a Total War game before?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
I played a bunch of 1 and 2.
Oh,
and
well...
some of the older ones, so...
I think you should still play the prologue. Just for the story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm...
The new mechanics introduced are not difficult to understand in that regard, but it was just kind of fun.
I mean,
It was
I'll
nice
be
having a
playing through
prologue
the,
for once.
Definitely be playing through the campaign and stuff solo, so...
Yeah,
Definitely hit all that up.
but which faction will you play?
I don't know. I played a lot of dwarves the last 2 games. We'll see if I go with that again, or...
There are no dwarves.
Well, then that answers that question.
There will be when they release Mortal Empires 3, but, you know, there'll be everyone, so... Who plays like dwarves? So dwarves have strong gun lines, solid infantry. I mean... Oh, but they also have really good machines, and they have the gyrocopter, so there's really nobody that plays like them, honestly. Cathay, the Fantasy China, is supposed to have really good defensive infantry that they're supposed to post up around early good tech siege weapons. So that would be about the only thing I could say. I haven't seen anything about Cathay though, and I honestly don't have a lot of interest in that type of army. It doesn't suit my personality or playstyle in any way. Honestly, I've been pretty well suited with both of the starting factions, so Empire and the Elves for 1 and 2, but Orcs, Wogging has been amazing.
Yep.
They changed the way Wogging works, so it's not as cool anymore, but it's still good.
Yeah.
I'll get used to Cord. I'm not sure I'm playing optimally. I haven't read a guide or anything. Not really sure that I'm blood hosting correctly. You know, I show up to a place, I kill everyone in it, I open a portal, and I'm like, hey dudes, I'm gonna trash this whole area. You want to come help me out, and then maybe join my army? And they're like, yeah, man, I love blood hosting, bro. Let's form a blood host together. Make a podcast. That's exactly how it goes down, by the way, every single time. We talk about doing a podcast, it never happens. We just go our separate ways, setting the world on fire, burning houses down, gathering the skulls of our enemy, lay at the feet of Father Corn. I mean, pretty typical experience that we've all been through.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the chickens have been fed. At least somewhat.
Okay. I feel like it's time to call it a night then.
Okie dokie.
Save this server here. Sorry to bail on you early again. We had such a strong opening with like 4 people. Spoon showed up out of nowhere. Audience, we'll be back once again next week. I'll see you then. And Holmes, thank you for joining me. Friends, have a good time zone.